new mediation, it's like reading a new book, isn't it? You get stuck into it and you want to just get to grips with, okay, well, how's this going to end? And I think it's the diversity and the challenge of being able to try and solve that particular problem.
Hi everyone, I'm Stuart Lawrence, founder of Mediator Locator, and welcome to our short video series, Meet the Mediators. In this series, we're getting to know the people behind the role. I'll be asking mediators from our network about their backgrounds, how they got into mediation, types of dispute they specialise in, and what they find most rewarding, plus a quick reflection on their experience as part of the Mediator Locator panel. For background, Mediator Locator is a national mediation service connecting clients, law firms and organisations with the right mediator for their case anywhere in the UK. We work across all sectors and our panel includes experienced lawyer mediators, mostly at partner level, with years of specialist expertise. Mediation is all we do. We're not just a directory. We actively match each mediator with the case best suited to them, whether it be online or in person. And this series is a great way to see the human side of mediation and why choosing the right mediator can make all the difference. So let's get started. I'm delighted today to say I'm joined by Paul Lunt of Brabner's Solicitors. Paul, welcome to the session. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about who you are and your background and what led you to where you are today.
Yeah, hi Stuart, thank you. So I'm head of the litigation team at Brabner's. That's a 60+ lawyer team. My background is that I'm a straightforward, working class, state school educated kid from nowhere. I'm part of a large family that grew up with very little. The usual hand-me-down stories are all absolutely my recollection of childhood, but I've wanted to be a lawyer probably from about the age of 14. And most of my decision making through my career was all based on wanting to get to pretty much where I am right now from that point onwards.
Fantastic. How long have you been with Brabner's?
31 years this year, so man and
Wow.
boy. And I'll spare you from saying you can't possibly have been there that long, Paul. But no, I mean, in fairness, Brabner's has been good to me, and I believe in loyalty, and I've never looked elsewhere.
Fantastic. That's great. And how did you get into mediation? What was it about it that attracted you?
It's a good question, that, because actually it wasn't so much a calculated decision at the outset. I wasn't a qualified mediator at the time. I was asked if I would mediate in a horrifically political internal dispute in a national sporting governing body. And the mediation was proposed to take place at the same day as their AGM. So I got about 6 months warning,
Okay.
where they said, will you do this mediation? I said, I'm not a mediator. They said, well, can you not come and do it anyway? I said, well, I'll tell you what I will do. If you really want me to do it, I'll go and qualify as a mediator and I'll come and do it. And that's how it happened. And I'm pleased to say we resolved that dispute, and it's gone from strength to strength.
Fantastic. And when did you qualify? When did you become a mediator?
That was back in, do you know what? I couldn't give you the date, but over 10 years ago now.
Fantastic. Brilliant. And what do you find most rewarding about mediating?
I think it's probably the same answer as to why do I do commercial litigation. I retain a relatively broad-based practice as a party advising clients, and I do that because I get bored easily, in the sense of I like a new challenge. And every new mediation, it's like reading a new book, isn't it? You get stuck into it, and you want to just get to grips with, okay, well, how's this going to end? And I think it's the diversity and the challenge of being able to try and solve that particular problem.
Fantastic. And are there any particular disputes that you specialize in or particularly like to work on?
Well, the stuff I've done throughout all of my career, and I've done loads of, are the shareholder disputes, company law disputes. If you trawl back through 30 years of directories in Legal 500 and chambers, there's multiple areas in which I've practiced and been recommended. But company insolvency shareholder has been a feature throughout. And obviously, in latter years, probably in the last 15 years or so in particular, I'm noted for media and sports work. And as I say, culminating most recently with things like the Wagatha Christie trial and suing the Australian government for the Commonwealth Games Federation.
Okay, fantastic. And in your experience, what do you say is the biggest benefit of mediation in cases like the ones you've worked on?
Yeah, I mean, I think that mediation enables you to impress upon people something that it always amazes me how difficult people find it to place a value on certainty. People come into disputes and they'll look at the issues and they'll look at the numbers and they'll do the maths, as it were, but there's never a number attached to the word certainty. And I think that actually strikes me as, and the older I get and grayer I get, as it were, all the more remarkable as the years roll by, because certainty is almost the most valuable thing that you get from any settlement, however it happens. And obviously, in a mediation, the vast majority you get a settlement, but certainty, or put it another way, avoiding the absolute disaster scenarios, has a massive value attached to it. And yet, people don't tend to immediately go for that when they're kind of doing their maths on what is it that they expect to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've heard people use the term the peace dividend as well. And for me, I think that's almost incalculable. You know that when you've got a resolution in the mediation, that the end of today, you're going to go home and tomorrow morning you're going to get out of bed, and the monkey's off your back, and you're going to be able to start looking forward. I couldn't agree with you more. Yeah. And final question, if you're happy to, can you give a quick comment about what you think of Mediator Locator and our network? Anything you can say about that?
Yeah, and I'm not being paid for this, Stu, but I think it's actually really good, refreshing. I mean, it's a very professional, driven approach. But what I really like about it, it's a light touch, no mucking around. It tries to get to the need of what do you need. Let's get on with it. And I found it a really good kind of boon, I have to say.
Excellent. Oh, brilliant. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So just bring this to a conclusion now and just say thanks to everyone for watching this episode of Meet the Mediators. If you'd like to learn more about mediation or find the right mediator for your case, people like Paul are available with their expertise and long experience. So please do visit us at mediatorlocator.com. And until next time, thank you and goodbye.